Hey guys, damn sorry. I just wanted to show my new infinite teleport setup that I've been running since the patch. And I'm just doing a nightmare dungeon right now. And as you can see, I can more or less teleport endlessly. Um, I do sometimes mess up and the teleport goes on cooldown, but then you can use the evade to usually reset it again, like here. And then I accidentally ran out of overpower, so it didn't reset anyway. But yeah, for the most part I can teleport um, quite freely. And right now the setup is still kind of scuffed because I don't really have the proper gear and stuff for it. I just kind of quickly threw it together, but so the main thing, I'll go through like everything. But the main thing for me is that I just didn't really want to rely on the Eldraine sword, because especially in some content, like in Nightmare Dungeons, there are often times like not really enough leads to reliably kill. At least that's from my experience. And I also don't like the 0.5 second like gap that sometimes makes it a bit clunky. So there are some downsides to this one though as well. Like you have to cast Meteor a lot, and it's definitely squishier because you don't have the cooldown reduction from the sword for your ice armor. But for me, this has been working fine, and it's what I've been using. So I'll go through. The main idea is using this Banished Lord's Talisman charm that gives you overpower whenever you spend 275 mana, and then I combine that with a lot of mana regen, and I use the resource damage bonus Meteor upgrade to quickly dump all the mana to spend it quickly to generate the overpower. And then at the moment I'm using a Prodigy on my neck, on my legendary neck, to generate mana, as well as the standard stuff like the Paragon Static Surge and the Unleash, as well as some other stuff, maybe, yeah, like resource tempers on your rings or jewelry. This one is wrong. I have it as resource cost reduction because I was just testing some stuff. But this could also be something else. Like I am running full damage setup now, basically, with Armageddon, Piercing Static, Currents, and Constellation. You could definitely drop one of these, especially if, for example, you struggle with surviving. You could, for example, run Elemental Attunement, the one that resets your cooldowns, your defensive cooldowns. Let's see. So this one that some people have been using in pits as well. Like this will also reset your teleport if you mess up. So that could be great, and it would basically give you perma ice armor. So if you don't like badly need the damage, that is probably very nice. You could play it over the Piercing Static or the Constellation, but I can't really swap up my weapon, so I would have to play it over this one, I guess. You could also place Ring of Starless Skies, but you don't need Ring of Starless Skies. But that would be like a 50% multiplier. What else could you do? So at the moment I'm playing both damage enchantments with Chain Lightning. You could also drop this for like the teleport one to have evade. At the moment I'm using the teleport rune instead. Again, like right now I'm running this like full damage setup because I was doing some a bit higher pits, like 125s or something, where the extra damage is nice. But for just like regular tier 12 content, you can drop quite a bit of damage and still be fine if your gear is pretty good. So yeah, definitely like make some changes depending on what you need and what you feel like you struggle with. So like I said, if you struggle with like defensives and staying alive, then you can definitely you know, make some of these changes. And then one last thing I want to point out is I've been testing out max resource on my chest to have, you know, a bit more mana, so that I can proc this into full mana bars instead of 3. I haven't really noticed too big of a difference like that making, but it is something I've been trying out. And yeah, another thing that is maybe a advantage of this setup is that, at least in theory, you can you don't rely on hitting any mobs to maintain this permanent teleport, although now I'm doing it a bit too fast. But since you will spend mana and you will regain mana, even if you aren't hitting anything, you can, you know, generate overpower. You don't rely on hitting mobs like you do in some of the other setups. The only problem is that if you have these lucky hits resource tempers, then you won't restore mana unless you are hitting mobs. So that's the only thing. But yeah, and then you can't like teleport quite as fast if you aren't hitting any mobs. But you can see, like, if I just do it not that quickly, then I can do it without any mobs hitting, which can be nice in some content as well. Or if you run the wrong way and have to like backtrack a lot. But yeah, that's basically the setup. I haven't really thought about like how to improve it since I made it. I haven't really played much with this since I made it. But yeah, feel free to experiment and tweak it to your own liking. And if you find anything useful, then, you know, you can let me know as well. And you can check out the planner down below in the comments to see to check it out there. Yeah, that's it.